This will make the 10th year that we have committed to help a small group of children in Belarus. These children are either orphans or they come from very dysfunctional families, of which Belarus has too many. Last year, this congregation sent $4,000 to Belarus. Half of that went to the orphanage, the baby orphanage in Mogilov, and with that they bought playground equipment. And there are pictures of that equipment as they received it on the visitors table. I invite you to take a look. As they get it set up, they have snow too. In fact, they have the same climate we do. When they get that set up and operating this summer, we'll get some more pictures of that. Then the Isle of Hope Christian Camp, we sent 25 children to that camp. And again, these children were either orphans or from very dysfunctional families. And these kids are impressive when you meet them. And I'm sorry the program that brought them here at one time was sort of dissolved by our State Department. So what are we going to do for next year? I'd like to send about 30 kids to camp. And we've always increased our commitment to these kids. And I'd like to give the orphanage some more money to buy what they need for those children. They have a very tight budget. The state does not spend more money than necessary to take care of those kids. Because Belarus has an estimated 40,000 orphans, and that's on a population of only 9.5 million people. So it's a pretty high percentage. So I'd like to see us raise $5,000 this year. Now, I've had some people ask me, $80 sends a kid to camp for 10 days, and I've had people ask me, how can they do that at $8 a day? Most of you can't feed yourself for $8 a day. I sure can't. But the answer is in a binder out there on the visitors table. It's a report I get from Tatiana at the orphanage every year on how they spend that money. Now, you won't be able to read the documents, they're in Russian, but you can read her narrative, but it's in English. The way they do it is very simple. The exchange rate last year in Belarus was 9,200 Belarusian rubles to $1 US. So when those two people, Tatiana and Dima, took their $2,000 to the bank, they walked out with over 35 million rubles. Now they have an inflation problem with their currency. They have a higher cost of living than we do. I spent one whole morning in a supermarket over there shopping, so I can tell you what their food costs are. But 35 million, 36 million rubles will buy a lot of camp, and that'll buy a lot of furniture for their yard. So I think an additional few $100s would be good to do this year. So $5,000 is the goal. You can put that in your offering plate, mark it for Belarus, or you can give it to me, either one. Eventually, I have to take that money, put it in cash, and get it over there. That's not an easy thing to do. They don't. They want our currency, the government does. They want euros and hard dollars, but they don't want us. So, again, that's the government. So this year, I'd like to raise the ante a little bit, and your support will be appreciated, and the kids will thank you. I had a number of them at the camp thank me when they figured out who those 6 Americans were. So they're very appreciative of your help. Thank you.